Good morning, fellow diamond painters. It is 6:04 a.m. in about 38-degree weather here in Ohio. It is the 3rd, or no, wait a minute. It's the 4th. With my days and nights screwed up, my dates are too. It's the 4th. It is Tuesday. And it's December 2023. I'll get everything together, believe me. This is what I'm working on, and I'll show you my progress. It is the Partners in Crime. It is square diamonds, 20 by 25, or 51 centimeter by 64 centimeter, and it is by Gary Patterson. I started it on the 29th of November, and it is a diamond art. I love the colors of it. It looks cartoony, I think, and I like it. So I should have had you out of the holder so I could pan across. And this thing, it's so hard to move anywhere. But maybe I'll do it toward the end of the video, and I'll pull it out. And as we all know, hopefully, those that are viewing or have been viewing, this is pet theme, and it's all pet related. So I'm still on the dog portion, the canine portion of it. The kitty should come in probably next week sometime. And I want to show you, someone had mentioned and asked, they said they thought that Liam was a Chihuahua, but he's a rat terrier. And yes, he is far more active. Rat terriers are far more active than a Chihuahua by a bunch. I don't have the dates on these. I know these were in the 90s, if I'm not mistaken, early 90s. Here, and I'll have to find my other Chihuahua pictures of Inky and such. And I have one of another Chihuahua named Greta. And I don't have that around here right now. It might be in my external hard drive. So I'll have to look for that. But this here is the two little Chihuahuas that I had. This is Candida, and that's Chico. We called her Candy for short. She weighed 4 pounds. He weighed 6. They were like, I guess, the teacup Chihuahuas. And that Afghan is a flag Afghan that I crocheted, back in the 70s. So, because I even used it when I had Blarney at dog shows. So, I don't remember their ages now off the top of my head. This is just another little photo of them. This time Candy's on the left and Chico's on the right. She ended up having, I got them from a lady who had them and kept them in a playpen. They didn't spend a lot of time on the floor, and I kept trying to get them, to spend more time on the floor. And, but Candy had gotten a uterine infection because the lady never had them spayed or neutered. And I had to take her into the vet and get her spayed. And the vet joked that he said it was the smallest thing he'd ever had on the table. And it was so hard for him to find her under the surgical material and everything. They had her in there. He said she was the tiniest thing he'd ever seen. But they had both passed away. Candy passed away first. And then Chico passed away of an upper respiratory issue. He had a lot of problems to begin with. He was what they called hunchback, and well, they called it roachback, I think is what they called it, or something. And he had a lot of other medical issues that we didn't know about until after we had gotten him. And so he passed, but she passed first, and then he went soon after. They were the cutest little things. And what was funny about Candy being 4 pounds is we, I should be telling you the stories while I'm diamond painting. I'm sorry. But her being as small as she was, we used to have them outside, and we'd usually put a small pen out there so they could run in the grass and not have to worry that if they ran out into the sidewalk or the street. And we had just taken them out, and we had a paper guy that weighed probably about 300 and some pounds, and he used to deliver our paper. And she spotted him, and she ran for him, grabbed him by the pant leg, and he's dragging her down the sidewalk, and she would not let go of his pant leg. She was just a growling and a snarling the whole time. And I thought, yep, dynamite definitely comes in a small package. And he was laughing, and she was not letting go. So she was a ballsy little thing. At the same time we had Candy and Chico, we had Casey. That's the Doberman that was skin and bones. And, you know, she turned out beautiful. She was the most friendliest dobe, except, here's another little picture over here. I'll start telling you a couple little stories about her. And there was nothing, I mean, she ended up being very attached to my ex-boyfriend. If he decided to go running in his pickup truck in the evening to run for his father or do certain things in the evening, she wanted to ride with him. I'm gonna have to move this camera up, and hopefully it doesn't mess up. Okay, she wanted to ride with him all the time. She would follow him everywhere. So, she'd get in the truck, and then he'd stop at the gas station, and the gas station said, yeah, bring her in, anytime you want to bring her in. Well, she loved going in because she knew that when he took her in there, he would buy her a package of those cheese crackers, the kind that, have the cheese in the center of them. They call them cheese crackers. I don't know, there's like 6 in a pack or something. And she just loved those. Her other special treats were carrots. I would always ask her, do you want, a treat or a carrot? And sometimes she'd run to where the treats were, and that's what she wanted. And a lot of the times she'd run to the refrigerator because she knew that's where the carrots were. And one day I caught her in the parlor, and I said, because see, the house I had was huge. I had a living room, dining room, and I had another room that I called the parlor. And maybe I'll show some pictures later, another time, where all my antiques, well, I had antiques throughout the whole house. It was like a 12-room house. And so that was the parlor where the piano was, and several other antiques in there. But I caught her in there, and I thought, what are you chewing on, Casey? What? Here she had lifted up the lid to the potato bin, a wooden potato bin, and had stolen a potato, and she was in there eating the potato. I had to take that off her. They say raw potatoes are not good for dogs. But she loved her veggies. Liam does too. He loves his veggies. And one time, someone had been running through the neighborhood, either breaking car windows or stealing things out of cars and things, and I saw the police show up, and they're running around behind neighbors and things, and I asked him, I said, do you want me to send Casey out? I said, because I think I saw someone run back behind, he had a 4-car garage, and I said, I think I seen someone run back behind there, hiding by the trees and stuff. And they said, okay, fine. I said, well, I'm gonna tell you, don't shoot my dog. I said, but if there's somebody back there, she'll let you know. So I let her loose, and she went after somebody, and I don't know if the police ever caught them, but she come running back with a piece of blue material off of like a running jacket or something, and the cops took that. So she had a hold of somebody that wasn't supposed to be there. So she definitely was a good guard dog. A good guard dog. But she was friendly as all get out. She really was. She was friendly with everybody. Unless she didn't trust you. If she didn't know you, she would stand back and she would just eye you. And she'd watch every move you made. And if she thought you were trustworthy, then she'd go up to you and let you pet her. If she didn't, she'd just keep standing back. And so I trusted her judgment on everybody and anything. Now, most dogs live to be about 10, 12 years old if you're lucky. About 10, maybe 12. She passed away at 16. She was 16 years old. So she was a long-lived girl. And she was such a good girl. I mean, I remember one time we thought we lost her. We had moved from one house down to the next block into that bigger home. And we hadn't been staying there very long, and we were looking for Casey, couldn't find her. I thought, oh man, she must have went up to the other house, and we went up there, and there she was. We're on the back steps waiting for somebody to let her in because that's where she was used to living. Well, finally, we kept telling her, no, you don't live there, you don't live there. She got used to being where we were. And then one day, we couldn't find her again. And I thought, oh my gosh, it was summertime, it was in July. And I thought, oh no, she probably went up there again. I hope she, thank goodness she had to go through a back alley to get there. So I didn't have to worry too much about traffic. But we went up there, didn't find her there. We started calling her throughout the neighborhood. I had the kids look through the house. Nobody could find her. We kept looking and looking, and my kids searched their rooms. Nobody could find her. I finally went upstairs myself, and I said, I'm going to look for myself. I know how kids are. It's like when a man can't find anything in the drawer, and he opens it up and just stands there and waits for it to jump out at him. And he said, I can't find it. Well, no, it's not going to jump out at you. You got to look. And I ended up looking under my daughter's bed, which is way low to the ground, or to the carpet. And she always stuffs a bunch of toys and everything under it. And I looked, and I thought I saw a nose, and I looked again, And here she was hiding under my daughter's bed, somehow managed to scrunch herself under that bed. And she was hiding because it didn't dawn on me that people were starting to shoot fireworks off in their yard. And she freaked out. We had searched for her for like 2 or 3 hours. I mean, if I hadn't, I should have went up there before my kids, because, you know, it's like, you know, cursory look, you know, like peeking around the corner. Nope, don't see anything. Okay, so there must not be anything there. So she was a good girl. She really was. The guy never had her spayed. I had to end up having her spayed, which I was going to anyway, and she had ended up making it more mandatory because she had got mastitis, which is cancer of the breast, and the dog has, you know, 8 breasts. So it's like, uh-oh. And we had her spayed, and they medicated, medication and stuff, and she was fine. She healed up real good, recovered quickly, and she was her normal everyday self. And she liked Candy and Chico. She would go over and lick them, and, you know, they weren't too awful fond of her, you know, because she was awful big, but she never bothered them. She never hassled them. I had a cat at that time too, and she never, you know, she, like I said, she wasn't one of those mean, vicious that you hear about dogs. You know, she was a good dog. I used to walk her down to the drive-through down on the corner, and they'd give her treats down there, and you know, but there were a lot of people that were afraid of her, because as soon as they say, "Oh, a Doberman, oh my gosh, oh my God," you know, well, you know, I think it all comes down to who raised them and how they treat them and the breeding, you know, the whole bit. So, but she was precious. So, now we're off the subject of the animals shortly. I'm doing this video because I have so much running to do. So much. Today, on the 4th, I just have a bunch of cleaning to do. I've got to do some major cleaning. And I got to get, you know, everything done, cleaned up, everything that I skipped out on over the weekend that I shouldn't have. And then Friday, I have an important video call that I have to do with the doctor and stuff. So I have to, you know, have that day open. And then on the 6th, I'm going to go to grocery shopping. And my mother said there's nothing that she really needs desperately, so that she won't be coming down to get anything. But there were a few items that she might need, and I told her to just give me the list. I'll pick the stuff up and I'll take them up to you. So that's going to be an excursion too, because I have to drive up to her place and visit for a little while. And I won't be taking my daughter because she goes on the 7th for the doctor, for him to check out and see how her ankle is healing. Hopefully he'll tell her she can start, you know, maybe walking on it a little bit with whatever therapy they're going to do, or, you know, she'll probably do most of her therapy at home. Like, he'll probably tell her exercise it for so many minutes a day or whatever. So I'm hoping it's, you know, a good outcome for her. And then on the 8th, Liam goes in to get his nails cut. Let's see, on the 8th. Then I'm trying to think, do we have anything else after that? I know there's some other things I have to look on the calendar or in my appointment book. I know on the 19th, my daughter has an appointment with her neurologist, so we have to go to that. It's just busy, busy, busy. I hate the last month or two of every year. Oh, and yeah, and she has, I have an appointment, or is it her, on the 7th of December. I think she has an appointment with our family doctor. So it's like all this week is just jam-packed, all at once. Let's just do it all in the same week. So I hate traveling out. Thank goodness the snow is gone. The weather's not pleasant, but mild. Rainy, dreary. Today there was so much fog out there. They had a fog advisory travel in and about the area, and it was pretty doggone hazy. I was hoping to try and get this finished before any holidays. If I can't finish this up by the I'd say the 20th or so, because some days I'm able to paint on this and finish one section a day, but I've been working on this since the 29th, and this is already the 4th, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm behind on my own schedule because of the puppy and other things I have to do, and I'm going to probably get a little bit behind all this week. But the reason why I want to try and get this done is I have one gnome that I want to work on for New Year's to hang on my door. I have the gnome cozy one up right now on the door, and on the 15th I'm going to take it down and put the gnomes in their Christmas stockings on the door. And then I also want to get my festive fireplace up on my wall in my living room, which once I get it up there, I will show you a video of that. I didn't buy the extra long magnetic strips hanger. I needed a 40-inch. I just don't have the money for the 40-inch right now. It's probably about $20, $30, and I don't have it. So, and the 40-inch is what I needed. And I think I have a 36, a 32 or a 36 is what I have right now. So hopefully won't look too floppy and sloppy hanging, with that one, because that's what I have. It's called Make Do. So I want to be able to work on that. The New Year gnomes, which won't take that long to do. And then if I haven't finished this, I can get right back to this. Then I don't know what I'll start the first of the year. It just depends on, when I'm done with this, what comes to my mind or, to my heart, whatever. So, and V, I know you, V, that Crafting V, you did not delete my post. I know that. I've had other people say the same thing on other things, that they posted and it gets deleted or it disappears or whatever. And I've had that, other people say it's, hey, it disappeared off your page. No, I didn't do anything to it. I was just asking, just in case. And I did answer your questions about the cross stitch. And yeah, if you want to do a whip and chat with the cross stitch, hey, go for it. And I did mention to you that if you would like to have some of them Q-snaps that I have, you're more than welcome to them. Sorry, I have to move this. You know, I'd be happy to send them to you. As soon as I get a few extra dollars, I can ship them to you. I have a bunch. You know, if cross-stitching is going to be your thing, I would hate for them to, you know, sit around with me if I'm not using them. And because I don't do in hand anymore, it hurts my hands to hold them, and it makes my fingers swell. That's why everything I cross stitch, except if it's something teeny tiny, anything I cross stitch was always on my cross stitch stand. I just didn't want to let them, you know, lay around. So you can let me know. You can email me and let me know. I feel like I'm getting stuffed up. Sinuses again. Oh, this weather just keeps changing and changing and changing. It's getting ridiculous. You know, so I did watch. I suspect either Becky's still on a cruise or something, but I haven't seen any of her, you know, any newer videos. So I hope she's all right out there, or she's just enjoying her cruise. And Hoyabella, I haven't seen or heard anything there either. So I just hope everybody is doing well and enjoying, you know, going to be enjoying the upcoming holidays. And hopefully the weather is decent where you're at. But, you know, I don't know if I will spin a wheel to pick what I want to diamond paint next, or if or you know, I'll just be sitting here and, oh, this is what I want, you know, because that's what this did. You know, I sat there and it just popped in my head that I should be diamond painting this pet related theme. So yes, I am sipping on my coffee, but you know, last night while I diamond painted, I sipped on a Diet Coke. So like I said, it's a whip and sip. Yeah, sip on whatever you want, and you know, sit and listen, whatever. And the puppy heard a car next door. People are leaving for work. So, you know, that's pretty good. 28 minutes. I guess I've said my piece. I'll probably think of something else after I, you know, get off here. If there's any questions you have, you know, hey, put them in the comments. You know, if you like the video, you know, thumbs up it if you feel like it. If you haven't subscribed, hey, it's up to you. It's no big deal. You know, just, you know, I mean, I'm sitting here talking to you know, an invisible whatever, and hopefully somebody's out there listening. So, y'all have a good day. You know, if you work, try not to work too hard. Like you, January, you know, a lot of hours you spend working. It's, you know, I don't blame you for maybe not wanting to be on a computer any other time. So, y'all have a good one. Enjoy. And I will try and get back to you as soon as I can. Not sure when. That's why I decided to do one now with this busy week. So, have a good one. Love you all. Hugs. DP Crazy Lady. I'm out.